win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome, everyone, to Williams-Brice Stadium, home of the South Carolina Gamecocks. As we'll see, the number 15 team in the country, the Georgia Bulldogs. The Gamecocks will kick it off to get us underway. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. So the Georgia Bulldogs offense will get first crack at it today. Last time these two rivals got together, guys, there were hurt feelings and some dead fish handshakes in the aftermath, and this might be just the recipe to cook up some revenge, Jesse.
Well, they're going to be motivated, that's for sure. The losing team, they have been hearing about that blowout loss now for a very long time. They had this game circled, David, all offseason, hoping to get that payback.
Oh, man, and you get all the quotes, all the people talking about, all those blowhards on all the different networks, i.e. us, talking about how bad it was and how embarrassing it was, and now you get a chance to get some payback. They're excited.
They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Back has it. Here's the heat. Going to try to get it himself. Defense played the Wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain. They'll turn to the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. Direct snap. He's got the first down, and they did a brilliant job getting them out flanked with the Wildcat.
And I think on that last run play on third down here early in the game, they're making a statement that we believe we're the more physical team, and we're going to run the football even if you know it's coming at you. Nice job. They got the ball at midfield. I expect to see more run plays coming up.
Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Snap to the back. Quarterback now breaking the field. He gets it into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 48. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
He'll get rid of it. Looking to get it in. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it first and goal.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because...
And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. They've hit him with back-to-back chunk plays. Now it's first and goal. Takes a snap, wants to throw. Here's the pressure. And he runs it in for a score. Touchdown, Georgia.
And how about the wheels for the QB? You could tell, man, he can roll, and they're going to use him. This is just the first drive. You see him going for the touchdown. I imagine we'll see more of that guy running the football with that kind of speed.
And they did tack on the extra point. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So the South Carolina Gamecocks offense will go to work for the first time. The last game was one that this guy'd rather forget. Ball security issues, just couldn't get anything going. David, thoughts on how to bounce back?
What a nice way to put it, Reese. I would say it was a disaster. And I would say he's close to losing his job because not only did you not put the production up, you put the ball on the ground. And when you fumble, I am not going to trust you very often. He better bounce back, Palmer. He better put something together, but he better hold on to the football.
Yeah, after that performance, I'm not sure how much confidence this coaching staff has in him. I'm not sure how much confidence he has in himself. He has to get back to solid fundamentals. Ball security is the priority. 5 points of pressure on the ball early. If he coughs it up again here, there's a great chance he's coming out of the game.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Tackle is made right at the 22-yard line. That's not enough for the first down. And the Gamecocks will send out the punt unit. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Fields to punt and tries to help improve that field position. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give him a different look. Back has it. And he forced ahead just a bit. Not a lot working with the Wildcat there.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Looking to fire. Moves around to clear up the vision. Gets rid of it. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete. It's as if you're engulfed in a space odyssey. Williams-Brice alive on third down. Making side adjustments here. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. Georgia sends out the punt team. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They went 3 and out on their first possession. Now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Right on money. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Well, we know this offense obviously really struggled their last time out, and they knew coming into this one they would have to be better at running the football, and that just has not happened in this game.
There he goes. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. The Gamecocks racing to the line in a hurry-up. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4. And the Gamecocks with myriad options after that big pickup on first down.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
He makes the tackle at the 37. It's a pickup of 5. That's good enough for a first down.
Well, you got to be able to turn the page quickly on defense. Just gave up a first down on the ground, but here comes tempo. You've got to get lined up.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Not many hiccups on this drive, but it's 2nd and 13 now. The play action fake. Wide open downfield. And he slipped through the crowd, and Hill helps him. Touchdown, South Carolina!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Extra point here would tie the game. And the extra point was good. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Auburn is ahead early in Jordan-Hare, but that's not exactly Bo Jackson out there running the ball. This game is a long way from being over. They're up by 7 over Florida Atlantic. We'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They bring him down, but that's why you give them that wildcat look to create an opportunity for big plays. Direct snap. Dances away. He'll pull it down and run. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Snap to the back. Wildcat look didn't get much. Picked up a few on that one.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Back has it. Finds a little space. Defense played the Wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning Turkey Bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollock off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollock cut blocked, maybe even double-team high-low, chop blocked on every single play early.
Which is illegal, you bum. That's fine. But that's fine. You know what? I guess in retaliation to that, we would have just roughed the passer over and over, taking the 15-yard penalty. That's what's fun about this, Reese. It's petty. It's sometimes it crosses the line of dirty, but that's why rivalries are so fun.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Now they'll try the right side. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Fires complete on the crosser. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11. While we're only through 1, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat lines. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the 2nd. They'll go back to work. Direct snap. It's Rasmussen. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line. Getting deep in the red zone. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. On the snap, it's Rasmussen. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And And you hear about run blitzes. This is exactly what a run blitz is. When you know the ball's coming up the middle, you want to bring those linebackers, get them closer to the line of scrimmage, and fire. Right when the ball snapped, he's coming downhill, doing a good job creating the loss. That linebacker really knew what was going on.
Looking to convert, they'll go to the Wildcat. Direct snap. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
Here comes the field goal unit. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. And that is no good. After that failed field goal attempt, fellas, still tie ball game. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Shoots it to the left. He's got an open man. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come over, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They
breaks into the open. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. The Gamecocks are in the hurry-up. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball in the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
Defense just a little too eager, and that's 5 yards for the O. And the Gamecocks are flying down the field. He's looking to throw. With the catch, it's Stewart. Gets him on the ground at the 28, but not before a big 10-yard pickup. The Gamecocks have it with a 1st and 10.
Yeah, and you've seen these curl routes. This is a timing route. Understand that.
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
You know, strong safeties are known for their ability stopping the run. Not so much in pass coverage or in rushing the passer, but that strong safety there showing you all of his ability.
Catch in the middle. It's Longo. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Complete to the left. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8. They'll try to get it in with the run. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to pass. The throw. Almost had the completion. Just missed it.
You've heard us talk about it a million times. Find the tight end in the red zone. Use the big bodies, right? Well, they do. And he drops it. God, that is not normal for the tight end position. These are the guys you depend on down here in this area.
He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. From the left hash, this one shouldn't be too much trouble. He splits the uprights. And with that field goal, they now have the lead.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Delivers the stiff arm. He's able to work his way across the 25 to the 26 before going out of bounds. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They'll open this drive, hoping to move it down the field. A touchdown would give them the lead. Toss sweep to the right. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles. And those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
He's going to run it. At the 40, there he goes. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down.
Now on the third play of the drive, third down, it's the scrambling ability of this quarterback that goes and picks up the first down. He was so calm back there. He never got flustered. Nobody open, no problem. If you give this guy 1 yard to run, he's going to tuck it and take off, and that's exactly what happened there.
And he's just proving it time and time again, man. He has that feel. He obviously has the ability to pick up and put him down and go get first downs, but I think the timing of when to scramble and when not to scramble, he's really got that figured out, and you can tell it's going to be a big part of the game plan.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Snap to the back. He's in open space downfield. They finally make the stop, and the defense out of sorts against that Wildcat, and they give up a big play.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole.
And the trick play, and it won't work. The defense all over him before he can even turn the ball loose. They're lucky to hang on to the football. The Bulldogs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Now the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Touchdown Bulldogs! All that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. Let's see how successful they'll be on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. That's reeled in. It's Coffee. He'll get it across the 30-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 32 as this offense is trying to do some work. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. He is denied, cannot get to the first down marker, and it's fourth down coming. The defense burns their third and final timeout of the half, and the Gamecocks will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll try to field the punt and see if he can give his offense better field position. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. They found a little running room out of the Wildcat, still short of the first down marker.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. Throws to the wideout. Picked off. Trying to take it back. The 40. Inside the 30. He'll go out of bounds, but he gets the ball back. Takes it the other way, and he has created a great sudden change opportunity. Looking to throw on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Longo. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. From the gun. Gets it out fast. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. It's now a 1-point game, 14-13. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that first half. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today.
Georgia will kick it deep to start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game wasn't. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play-action attempt.
He'll pull it down, and he has a solid gain on the play before sliding. The Gamecocks moving quickly to the line. Motion from the back. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And the Gamecocks will call on their punt team. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Offense in the sumo set with the big boys. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. He'll try to do it himself.
You see a lot of quarterbacks get in trouble when they start forcing things. He did a really good job. He wanted to throw the football. You could tell. Drops back, nothing open. It's okay. I'm just going to take off and get what I can get.
He's got the first down, and they did a brilliant job getting them out with the Wildcat.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
They're down to the 32-yard line on 1st and 10. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
It's 2nd and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. Nowhere close on that one as he got Will trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock it down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. Georgia lining up to punt it away. And nobody able to field that punt as it rolls out of bounds. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Fires to the big fella. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And giving up 3 sacks a week ago. Now you've already given up 4 sacks. They got to find a way to protect their quarterback. Give him a little bit more time.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. With the 6.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that drive.
The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. Toss sweep to the left. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule. It makes those 3rd downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So
looking deep down the right side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
3rd and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls in.
Georgia sends out the punt team. Oh, they faked it, snapped it to the up man. And the gamble pays off as they pick up the 1st down.
They had the exact look they had practiced for and what they wanted. The up man gets the snap directly. He's able to use the speed, get the 1st down, and the chains are moving.
And the Bulldogs will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Here's the handoff. Oh, he's got some space. And he was off to the races. Finally tripped up at the 36.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
The Dogs look to keep this drive humming. Motion from the wide receiver. To the air on first down. Makes the grab.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
From the gun, the running back looking for room. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
Well, it's a really nice job of the offense mixing it up on this drive. We've seen some nice plays throwing it, and how about that one running it too? Great push up front.
And the Dogs kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Headed to the end zone, and he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Dogs!
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
Setting up for the extra point that would put them on top. And the extra point puts them on top by 1. So it's an 80-yard drive, and the score came on an impressive run from the 20. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Daniels. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. The give to the running back from the shotgun.
Man, it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. Be interested to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
Well, give the defense credit because they're forcing this quarterback to throw into very small windows under duress.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Gamecocks will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They'll start this drive at their own 48. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had it. Much better field position this time around. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Back has it. Finds some fresh air. Got the first down and still on his feet. They bring him down, but that's why you give them that Wildcat look to create an opportunity for big plays. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Direct snap. Slithers into space. There he goes. They finally make the stop, but the defense out of sorts against that Wildcat, and they give up a big play.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
Snap to the back. They forged ahead just a bit. Not a lot working with the Wildcat there. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. On the direct snap, it's Rasmussen. Wrestled to the ground, but he's inside the 10 and down to the 9.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
Back has it. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. We've reached the break, and Georgia is on top. They've built a cushion. They've got a nice lead. Now the task is finish the deal as you take a look at the third quarter stats. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Direct snap. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
On third and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. He's going for the goal line. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Georgia.
And I love the physicality of this offense. It's third and goal. It's money time. I've got to be more physical than you. And that's exactly what this offense just did. Put the ball on the ground and put it in the end zone.
And he splits the uprights and pushes the lead to 8 here in the fourth. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Just led him a little too far across the sidelines. Couldn't make the catch in bounds. It's incomplete. And the Gamecocks want to crank the tempo.
Well, we've got a close game here at the start of the fourth quarter, right? This team obviously is down, but they're not playing it close to the vest. Being aggressive, first play of the drive, trying to throw it down the field. They're going to have to complete some of these if they're going to get this comeback win in this game.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Got it in the middle, it's Rondo. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line.
And his offense is going to have to come up clutch, man. Like late in the football game, you are trailing. This is why you get paid the big bucks. This is why the quarterback is the glam.
Picked off. What a play to set him up. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
You know, I like the decision by the quarterback in terms of where he was going with the ball. Just don't like the accuracy. That was not good location on the throw. Got away from him a little bit, and the defense able to come up with a big pick.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt, find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute, build this lead a little bit bigger, put this thing away in the fourth quarter.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Inside the 15, first and 10 from the 14. The running back has it. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
to work in the red zone. They can pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Wants to go up top. He's got it and still on his feet. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there.
How about this offense, man? You got to love it. Late in the fourth quarter, you have the lead. They don't get conservative. Staying balanced. Run, back it up with a pass, getting the first down.
And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Bulldogs! They push the lead out here in the fourth quarter and close to getting back on track and going 2-1.
You know, good teams just know how to close games out. And you're seeing that right now with this team, right? Their defense just had a massive takeaway. The offense able to capitalize on that with a touchdown, so they've padded their lead. And this just speaks to, I think, the experience in the locker room and also the playmakers they have. This game is starting to feel like a blowout.
And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over and move behind. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Out of the gun to give to the back. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. The Gamecocks in the hurry-up. In the gun, looking to throw on third down. Makes the grab. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift. And the Gamecocks will line it up on 1st and 10.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this offense.
Just steamrolling the defense. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground.
And this QB is really starting to show you something, isn't he? I mean, he's been hit a lot in the pocket, and I just like the toughness. At the end of the run here, he's...
Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. The Gamecocks with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Wants to fire on 2nd down. That's caught. It's Stewart. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there. Still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Unleashes one deep. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone.
The #1 objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much, late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22.
Yeah, and a nice job by this defense. This is a critical moment, right? We got to get the football back. They're backed up, thank goodness. Force a punt here, get the football back so we can make some magic here in this fourth quarter.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Looking to scramble. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover. Man down on the play as the officials take. Now we'll hang on here. The coach is calling a timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied and the timeout is gone. 1st and goal, and this feels like their chance to make a game of it.
Charcoal, charcoal, charcoal.
They'll go to the air. Under fire. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
And sometimes you see great shooters, and they get on fire, and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple of weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
Big fella moving. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Gamecocks! This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting. Had so much success today. You got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. It gets you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Pressure coming. Snags it over the middle. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
And the quarterback is toast back at the 35. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The Bulldogs now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Pocket breaking down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell in.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Hunt is on its way. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Looking to throw on first down. Oh, they're after him. Makes the grab. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Quickly complete. Hard running there. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. Line gets set. First down. Wants to throw on first down. Firing to the right, complete. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. 2nd down coming. Back to pass. Under fire. Had to throw it before he wanted. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy in front.
He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. Wants to go up top on first down. They get to him as he throws. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Throws for the tight end. A strike downfield. They get him stopped, but the big gain has him on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. He spikes it. Clock stops as they try to rally late. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Looking to fire. Got it! And he's into the end zone! Touchdown, South Carolina!
Yeah, I tell you what, great job by this offense. Great execution. You drive down the field, you get the score. Now what's your two-point play? You practiced it all week. What's your go-to in this moment, late in the fourth quarter, when you need the two-point conversion?
They need this two-point conversion to tie, and we might get a little free football out of this if they do. They'll move the wide receiver. Quarterback will keep it. He's not going to get there. The defense coming up with a big stop to hold on to this two-point lead deep in the fourth. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. Out of bounds right at the 20-yard line, edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on a score. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. One possession game, getting late, first order of business, just take care of the football.
So they call this situation 4-minute offense, where you're trying to run the football and throw high percentage passes to maintain possession and bleed the clock. This is a very difficult point of the game to execute at a high level.
Yeah, and listen, what you understand as an offense is if I get 1 or 2 first downs, this ball game's over. And that's your sole objective. Not scoring, take care of the football, get a few first downs, walk out with the W.
They're dealing with a second and long. They'll run play action. Here comes the heat. Unleashes one. Trying to find the end zone. And he'll run out of bounds just short of the goal line. Wanted to get it in, but couldn't quite get home.
And, man, that's a little frustrating. I like the job by the quarterback. Get the ball out. Let your receiver make the play. But just understand when the play's over. Like, I'm not going to cut that back up. I want to get out of bounds, stop the clock, save as much time as possible.
They get the timeout called. 11 seconds remaining to play. Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? Just going to keep it after the snap. And he crosses the goal line for the late touchdown, and that one just might finish this baby off.
That is how you end a football game. Closing seconds, great execution. Take the lead. This game is almost over.
And the extra point is good, and the lead is 9 here in the fourth. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it off with a short plunge into the end zone. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Here's a throw downfield late. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. There's a long and storied history of great games between these two rivals, and this chapter adds another to that legacy.
Really impressed by the poise by the winning team as well here. They weren't overhyped in this game. They came out, they looked prepared, they were calm, definitely confident.